Our story begins in the early 1970s, a decade of innovation and technological advancements. As the world of video games was taking its first steps, football fans eagerly awaited a game that would allow them to experience the thrill of their beloved sport on the virtual stage. In 1974, a small Japanese company called Taito Corporation released a groundbreaking game titled Soccer for the emerging arcade market. Developed by the visionary Tomohiro Nishikado, Soccer introduced players to the world of virtual football, igniting the flame for what would become a thriving genre. Tomohiro Nishikado, born in 1944, was a talented game designer and programmer known for his groundbreaking creation, Space Invaders. But before that iconic game, Nishikado was already exploring the potential of sports-themed video games. Soccer was the result of Nishikado's innovative vision. The game featured a top-down view, with players controlling a single player on the screen, maneuvering through obstacles and aiming to score goals. Though the graphics were modest and the gameplay mechanics relatively simple, Soccer captured the hearts of players who craved a taste of virtual football. The success of Soccer prompted further exploration in the realm of football video games. In 1979, the North American Soccer League, NASL, released their own video game called NASL Soccer, developed by a company called Mattel Electronics. This marked a significant milestone in the genre, as it was the first football video game specifically based on a real football league. It's essential to understand that game development in the 1970s was far from the sophisticated processes we have today. Back then, creating a video game was a hands-on endeavor, involving physical components and the skills of talented engineers and designers. Tomohiro Nishikado and his team at Taito Corporation had to build custom hardware and circuitry to bring Soccer to life. Each element of the game, from the display to the controls, had to be meticulously designed and assembled. The development process was not only a technical challenge, but also required creative thinking. Nishikado had to devise gameplay mechanics that would capture the essence of football while working within the constraints of the hardware. The result was an immersive experience that captivated players and laid the groundwork for the future of football video games. In modern days video game production, motion capture systems are already used to reproduce the real movements and style characteristics of football players. Back then, it was considered a big achievement if players at least had different appearances. Yet the gameplay itself offered fast-paced action and strategic decision-making. Players had to time their movements and actions carefully to outwit opponents and create scoring opportunities. The controls, operated through joysticks and buttons, were intuitive yet required skill to master. Players could dribble, dodge defenders, and make calculated runs towards the goal. A single button on the control panel served multiple purposes, such as shooting, passing, or executing special moves. Despite the technological limitations, Soccer and NASL Soccer managed to capture the excitement of the sport, immersing players in a virtual football experience. These early games laid the foundation for future titles, shaping the gameplay mechanics and paving the way for the evolution of football video games. The success of Soccer and NASL Soccer set the stage for the rapid evolution of football video games in the decades that followed. As technology advanced, developers seized the opportunity to create more immersive and realistic experiences for players. The 1980s and 1990s witnessed the emergence of iconic titles like Kick-Off and Sensible Soccer, each pushing the boundaries of graphics, gameplay mechanics, and realism. These games captured the hearts of football fans around the world, offering an interactive and immersive way to experience the sport they loved. As technology continued to advance, football video games evolved in leaps and bounds. Improved graphics, realistic physics, and refined controls became hallmarks of the genre. Official licenses from football associations and clubs allowed developers to incorporate authentic team names, player likenesses, and stadiums into their games, adding an extra layer of realism. The rivalry between gaming giants EA Sports and Konami played a pivotal role in shaping the landscape of football video games. The FIFA and Pro Evolution Soccer franchises consistently pushed the boundaries, introducing innovative features, lifelike visuals, and engaging game modes that captivated football fans worldwide. The impact of football video games goes beyond the gaming industry. These games have become cultural phenomena, bringing people together and bridging the gap between the virtual and real-world football experiences. They have influenced popular culture, with real-life football players often gracing the covers of game boxes and engaging with fans through gaming platforms. The virtual stadiums and players have become as familiar as their real-world counterparts, fostering a sense of connection and excitement. Moreover, football video games have become a gateway for casual fans to delve into the world of football. They offer an accessible and interactive way to learn about the sport, its players, and its teams. Through gaming, players can experience the thrill of scoring a last-minute goal, executing a perfect pass, or winning championships.